So Tom, tell me, what is Best Business Reviews all about?
Well, My Best Business Reviews is a tool that's designed to get positive reviews about your company. The problem I see out there is people are more than willing to leave a bad review about your company, but they're not willing to take the time to leave a good review. My Best Business Reviews evens the playing field and gives people incentive to leave a positive review out there for your company.
So Tom, tell me a little bit about you and how you got started in your business.
I got started in the garage door industry about 7 years ago. And one of the things that I noticed was marketing is the biggest problem in business by far. So when I started out, I started doing mailers like Valpak and Money Mailer, and I started out in a few zones. Each zone has 10,000 people. And every time that I'd grow, I'd add on more zones. And I started doing radio, I started doing all kinds of things. I started doing pay-per-click on Google. And it's grown to a huge company now. Now I have 15 employees that are out in the field every day and another 10 employees that are at the office. So now it's grown into a huge company, and I've actually tailored this program, My Best Business Reviews, around some of the struggles and some of the points that I was missing in my company.
So Tom, tell me why sites like Angie's List and Yelp and so many of the other review sites that we see are important for business owners these days.
Well, that's a really good question, Andy. A lot of times people don't understand the impact of what these sites do online. A lot of times what happens is people go online to see reviews that their peers leave over the internet. Facebook is a great example. The other day I had an example where my friend posted she had a garage door problem, and since she saw me on Facebook that I do garage doors, she contacted me immediately. And what I've started realizing is over time is reviews actually grow the business to a rapid rate. Out there, whenever someone goes to buy a book on Amazon or go see a movie, a lot of times they'll check out the reviews. And the best part about these websites are they have filters designed in them to make sure the reviews are real. So you want to get reviews from real customers that are happy with your company, which is sometimes very difficult to do because, like I said earlier, people have a hard time leaving positive reviews, but they'll take the time to leave a negative review. And let me tell you, the best thing about the customers that are going to call you up from these sites is they want to get the work done from you. You'd be surprised how many people call my company and say, we got your Valpak or we got your advertisement, but we decided to go online and look at your reputation and look at your Better Business Bureau rating. And all the girls say, you know, there's no way we'd be this busy unless we had great reviews. And we got great reviews all over Yelp. We got great reviews on Angie's List, and we have a ton of likes on Facebook, people that actually are fans of our page. And that's where we get a lot of our business. And Google, which has their Places page, has ratings as well. And the more ratings you get on Google, the higher you come up in the search engine. So getting those reviews on Google are one of the most important things you can do to enhance the growth of your business.
So Tom, tell me a little bit about what are the trends that you're seeing online on the internet that other business owners should be aware of?
That's a great question, Andy, and I'm actually really glad you asked that because a lot of people have no idea how rapid the internet is growing. It's actually going to quadruple over the next 2 years. That's mind-boggling. And another thing that I wanted to share with you is that 73% of all services are found over the internet, whether that be Craigslist, Yelp, Facebook, or Google. They're getting found online. And I'm going to tell you right now that unless you're doing things online to make your business grow, you don't stand a chance out there, period.
So we hear a lot about social media these days, and what is it and really why is it important for businesses?
Well, social media has been growing at a drastic rate. You got Facebook, Twitter, MySpace kind of died off, but there are a lot of sites out there that do that kind of stuff. And it's interesting to know that actually most Facebook members have over 130 friends. And what happens is let's say I serviced you, Andy, and I came out to your garage and did a good job. If you left a post and liked this on Facebook, all of your friends would be able to see exactly what you've left and what you think about our company. And what that does for us is it gives us a great reputation out there, because if you like our company, most likely your friends will be likely to use our company and call us. And what I really like about that is they're not going to call us price shopping and trying to bargain with us. They're going to call us because they know that we're going to do a great job for them.
Tom, tell me a little bit about secret shoppers and how this program relates to that.
Well, Andy, a secret shopper is somebody that comes in your business that you hire as an owner, and they actually evaluate the server or the technician and a lot of different processes within the business. And the goal of a secret shopper is to let the owner know what's going on behind the scenes when they're not there and actually tell you the perception of the customers. The problems I see with secret shoppers is really the people that you're hiring might not be the normal customer that comes in there, which is a huge problem. And number two, you're going to get a lot of bias in there because they know they're in there to analyze that business. With what we do with My Best Business Reviews is everybody becomes a secret shopper, all of your customers. And the goal is to have them fill out a survey that actually tells you what's going on in your business when you're not around. Let me give you an example, Andy. I have a dozen technicians that go out there and fix garage doors every day. And when somebody fills out a survey for me, it says, did the technician show up on time, yes or no? And based on that answer, I can tell a lot about what my technicians are doing. And then it'll say what technicians showed up there. Josh, Mike, Tyler, Danny. And then I can look and say at the end of the survey, when everything's said, would you use our company again? I can look at the analytics and say, wow, Danny gets great reviews out there, but I got to really do something about Matt because a lot of his responses are negative. And this will allow you to figure out what, if you're a restaurant, you could figure out what soups are the best. You could figure out, is my hostess seating people fast enough? Is the food coming out cold? Is it coming out warm like it should be? Who should I make a trainer in my company? And the real reason I love this is because secret shoppers cost money. They cost a lot of money, and usually you hire 2 or 3 a month. With the system we designed, you're going to actually get hundreds of secret shoppers a month, and like anything else, Andy, when the numbers grow, you get more accurate feedback, and you'll be able to make more sound decisions.
Okay.
Was that a little?
Yeah, I would do. Let's try it again. I mean, you said
it's a little dragged out.
Rough patches where you seemed uncertain about what you were going to say. I just want to make it. See if
Okay.
Move it over.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So tell me about secret shoppers, Tom.
Andy, a secret shopper is somebody that comes in your business and tells you what's going on behind the scenes, if you're a restaurant, whether they're getting seated fast enough. I'll start that over.
Yeah.
Andy, that's a great question. Well, let's start real quick with a definition of a secret shopper. A secret shopper is somebody that comes into your business that you actually pay to analyze the strengths and weaknesses of your business. So at the end of the day, after they've came into your business, what they'll do is they'll fill out a survey and they'll answer questions like, if you're a restaurant, did they get seated on time? Did their food come out warm or cold? Did the server do a good job in explaining the menu? And a secret shopper is a great idea because this actually tells businesses what's going on behind the scenes. The problem is with most secret shoppers is they're not your typical customers, number one. And number two, they might not give you the answers what you're looking for because they're biased because they are a secret shopper. What My Best Business Reviews does is gets every customer becomes a secret shopper, and they all fill out surveys which tell you important things about your company. For example, my garage door company. I have all of my customers leave a survey. They give out a shit. Can I start over and say, for example, my garage door company?
Yep, perfect.
Andy, let me give you a quick example about my garage door company. I always have customers fill out a survey after each of my technicians go out there. Some of the questions are, did the technician show up on time? What was wrong with your garage door? Who was the technician that came out there? Would you recommend our company? And there are about 6 or 7 more. But what I'm trying to do by giving these surveys out is letting the customers become secret shoppers. And what happens is I'm able to tell who should be a trainer in my company and who should actually get fired, because if I get a bunch of negative responses on the survey, there's no way I'm going to keep this technician running jobs for my company. Was that good, or was that a little?
Well, I think that was good.
Okay, maybe I'll do one more about an example.
Okay.
Andy, let me give you a quick example about what we do at my company. When the technician finishes a job, the customer is sent a survey. On the survey, it asks questions like, did the technician show up on time? Who was the technician that showed up? Would you recommend our company in the future? And these statistics actually tell me the strengths of my business, because I could find out who are the best technicians. I could find out where to point my advertising dollars because I know what breaks on a garage door more. And I could also find out even demographics about what people are, whose garages are breaking in certain areas. So all around, it's a great tool, and it actually makes every customer a secret shopper. Andy, let me give you a great example of a secret shopper within my company. What happens is my technicians go out to a job, they finish fixing the garage door. Right when they finish, the customer is sent a survey that asks certain questions, like did the technician show up on time? What was the work they performed? Who was the technician? And would you recommend our company? And these key statistics tell me what the strengths are of my business. And actually, since I've had these statistics, I've actually had to let go of quite a few technicians, and I've actually promoted some of my technicians to trainers because they get such positive feedback from customers, which looks great to these review sites and brings me more business.
So what's going on with Google? I know they've made a lot of changes in the last year or so. I mean, what's really important for people to know about getting ranked high in Google search rankings?
Well, Google's goal actually is to find the best results for what the consumers are searching for. And how do they do that? People ask me all the time, what things do I need to have on my website to get found? And it's really not about your website per se. It's more about what you have out there on other websites. It's called backlinking. And one of the best ways to do this now with their algorithm changes they've made is get your website all over citation sites like Yelp, Kudzu, Merchant Circle, and there are dozens and dozens of others, because Google is becoming more and more focused on local searches. So you want to make sure that you're on a thing called Google Places, and that will find you by your address. Because when you're searching for an air conditioning technician or a garage door technician, they want to find somebody local. And Google has become the Better Business Bureau of the internet, trying to find the people with the best reputation on all of these review sites. So the more great reviews you have online, the more likely you're to come up #1 in the search rankings.
Why is list building so important for businesses?
Building your list is one of the most important things you can do as a company. And how do you build your list? Well, the most important thing to do is when you get a satisfied customer is you get their name, their email address, and their phone number, because you want to be able to contact them in the future. And the strength of a big list is more powerful than any other thing in any business. So how this applies is, let's say you're a restaurant and you have a slow Thursday morning, and you have a list of 1,000 customers that have taken your survey that actually opted in. The great thing about our program is you're able to send a text message, a voicemail, or an email out at any given moment to all 1,000 customers saying, hey, come in Thursday morning and get your free appetizer with a purchase of 2 entrees. And you make that slow Thursday one of the busiest days of the month.
Why is that instant connection with customers so very important?
Well, I really like the feature on My Best Business Reviews because it's got a list of every customer that ever filled out your survey. And let's say all of a sudden you get a phone call that someone famous is coming to a town and they're going to attend your business. At any given moment, you could just hit the mouse, select all, and fire out a text message to everybody saying, Paul McCartney's coming into my restaurant tonight. And boom, you're packed. A lot of times, bars and different types of businesses are giving away certain things and having certain contests, but they don't have enough time to let anybody know about it. A lot of the people in the past have used radio to blast it out. The problem is that gets expensive and it doesn't give you the local customers that are in your area. Why not be able to fire out to people that have already come to your place, are happy with your business, and will actually attend things like this? That's why I love this feature so much.
So how do you handle negative reviews and comments? Because you know ultimately they're going to happen.
Well, we all get negative reviews out there, and there's not a lot we can do about it. And I thought a lot about that when designing My Best Business Reviews, because the funny thing is that people are more than likely to tell other people about a bad experience, but they won't take the time to tell people about a good experience. So what happens is, in the survey system, we've designed certain questions, like would you refer us to a friend or family member? And when the answer no is chosen, it actually sends off a text message or an email to the manager, HR department, or the owner, or all three of them, which is a great feature in the program. What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to turn that negative comment or negative review or negative survey into a positive experience. So let me give you a quick example. You're a restaurant. The customer says they would not refer anybody to our restaurant. What you want to do is call them up right away and find out what their bad experience was and completely turn it around in a 180 and make them come back in and make sure their experience is pleasant. So this way you're turning the bad experience into a great experience right away.
What's the incentive for customers here?
Well, the goal here is to give customers a reason to fill out the survey. And that's why if you're a restaurant, you might want to give away a free appetizer. And you're saying to yourself, well, why would I want to give away a free appetizer? It's going to cost me money to give all these free appetizers away. And let me explain it to you in a different way. You give out an appetizer, which actually costs your restaurant maybe $3 to make. You get a positive review. You get them to join your social media, Facebook or Twitter. And what you do is you put an expiration date on this appetizer. And what's going to happen is it'll expire within 1 month. Let me ask you, how many customers have come in and just ordered one appetizer? They don't do it. They're going to come in, they're going to order a couple soft drinks, they're going to get a couple entrees, and possibly another appetizer, and you make money. So in a way, by giving these rewards out, you're spending a little bit of money, you're getting future business, you're getting great reviews, and you're growing your social media all at the same time.
Why is managing your reputation so important online?
Your reputation online is everything. Whether you go to buy a book on Amazon, no matter what you're doing, selling anything on eBay, people are looking for your reputation and they're looking for reviews. Everywhere you look now, reviews are growing, and it is so important to have positive reviews about your company. Whether it's the Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Angie's List, Kudzu, Merchant Circle, all of these sites have built-in reviews because they know that's the future. And if you don't have positive reviews out there, your company doesn't stand a chance.
So what's involved with the setup? Can't someone just do it themselves?
There's actually a lot more setup than most people think. One of the first things we have to do is get you all over these citation sites, which in most cases there's over 100 citation sites. That involves putting your business name, a brief description about your business, the location, and the hours, and a lot of other minuscule details to every one of these sites. And they gotta be done correctly or the program won't work. So that takes hours and hours to set that up. And then what we do is we have to build you a survey that pertains to your business, that is gonna give you some of the results that you wanna find out about your business. So to build the custom survey takes even more time. And then we need to put all the little details in, like if you get a bad response, who's it going to go to? Is it going to go to an HR department? Is it going to go to a manager? Do you want to send email? Do you want to send text message? We got to make sure your logos are all over this stuff so it looks like it's actually part of your company. So believe it or not, there's a lot more work that goes in the setup and the back end of this stuff than most people think.
So you provided some really good information here, Tom, but who is My Best Business Reviews best suited for?
This program, My Best Business Reviews, works for all different types of companies, whether you're a retail company, whether you're a brick and mortar, or whether you're in the service industry. It works across the board. Because what it does is it gives you great reviews all over the internet on sites like Yelp, Angie's List, Kudzu, Merchant Circle. You're going to have a great reputation out there. It gets you to #1 on Google. Yes, it's actually going to make you #1 on the places pages because you're going to have reviews all over the internet that point towards your Google page, which is huge. Your phones will never stop ringing. What it also does is it tells you the strengths and weaknesses of your business through the survey. Another great thing that it does is it's going to grow your social media through the roof. Facebook and Twitter are some of the major things that you can do with your business to make it grow large and fast. So big, small, medium, doesn't matter what size company you are, you're going to be able to benefit from My Best Business Reviews on a bunch of different aspects.
So if someone's interested in getting started with My Best Business Reviews for their company, what do they do next?
You know, one of the best ways to get started is just to go onto the website. It's mybestbusinessreviews.com. You can find out a lot of information about the program and find out how easy it is to get started today.